Dr. S. Jaishankar has claimed that former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru had a policy of India second, China first. Speaking at the Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Jaishankar hit out at the former Prime Minister and claimed that past errors were responsible for contemporary issues such as the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and China's occupation of certain Indian territories. He stated that when the debate of a permanent seat of the UNSC came and it was being offered to India, Nehru's position was that India deserves the seat, but China should get it. He also stated that in 1950, Sardar Patel, who was the Home Minister, had cautioned Nehru about China and said that India was facing a dual-front situation for the first time involving Pakistan and China. However, Nehru dismissed Patel's concerns, considered them unnecessary suspicion towards China, claimed Dr. Jaishankar. Let's in fact listen to what he said.
Which on this issue about, what you say is rewriting boundaries and you mentioned, I think, China, Pakistan. I would like you people really to understand today how the problem with China developed, what you are talking about. In 1950, there was actually an exchange of views between Sardar Patel and Pandit Nehru on the issue of China. Okay, this is the last few months before Sardar Patel passed away. Sardar Patel warned Nehru, saying today with the change, because communists had taken power in 1949, today we are, and they entered Tibet. He said today we are facing a situation of two fronts, which for India has never happened in our history before. Secondly, whatever the Chinese are saying, actually I feel their intent is not good. And therefore, let us take the precautions, let us build a policy around this. Nehru's position was, he was completely dishonest. Okay? His view was that no, you are being unnecessarily suspicious of Chinese. They are, this government has not shown any reason for us to be suspicious. Then he says it is impossible for anybody to attack us across the Himalayas. Okay. So these are wild adventures. These are not something which would ever happen. And we should not build a policy based on these kind of wild theories and suspicions. So it totally dismissed. Now it wasn't only on the border. We at that time, there was a few years later, there was a debate about UN seat. Should India be given a UN seat at that time? So Pandit Nehru's position at that time was, he said, well, we deserve a seat, but first we must ensure China gets it. Okay. So today we are talking of India first. There was a time when a Prime Minister of India talked China first. Okay. He said till China gets it, हम अपना क्यों में खड़े रहें, अब हमारी बारी आएगी, कभी न कभी आएगी. But first we must get China's work. So lot of these issues I have actually dealt with in my book, even Pakistan, as you have said. So in the case of Pakistan, I think people know that Sardar Patel was opposed to our going to the United Nations. Because he knew that in United Nations, different powers will use United Nations. हमने आपको पता है कि जज जो है, अगर ईमानदार जज नहीं है, तो who will go to that court? It was like a common sense view he had. But yet we went. And once we went there, also pressure was put, the army was told, that part, it is enough, please stop there. There also, a lot of these decisions Nehru made by listening to Sheikh Abdullah. So we have ended up in a situation. Today when we talk about, our boundaries, our territories, you said rewrite boundaries. Our boundaries are still our boundaries. We should never ever doubt that. But our problem today is what happened in the past. In fact, a lot of the problems today in the country is in the last 10 years we have tried to deal with many issues that we inherited in the past. You know, some of them we have been more successful, some of them may take more time, but these will be challenges, and I think, you know, certainly in the case of Kashmir.
Akshit, my colleague with us on the broadcast. Akshit, Dr. S. Jaishankar targeting Nehru, saying that all the problems that India is facing today is a result of the lenient policy that the Congress party and the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, practiced with China.
Yes, Foreign Affairs Minister Jaishankar yesterday targeted first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and claimed that the past mistakes were responsible for the problems of POK and the occupation of some parts of the Indian territory by China. Well, he also referred to India's stand when it was, offered a permanent seat in the UN Security Council, and he claimed that there was a time when Prime Minister Nehru, the country's first Prime Minister, said India second, China first. Well, he was speaking at the Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and of course, he also said that basically he targeted the past Congress governments under Nehru and Indira Gandhi over the ceding of the island of the Kachativu to Sri Lanka also. And meanwhile, if I just also tell you that he also said that in the last 10 years, the Indian government has tried to deal with many issues inherited from the past. And he, of course, said that it has been successful in finding solutions to some of them, while some issues will take more time.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.